Hey, this is Notser, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Vanguard. This is the premium Tier 8 British battleship, and this is on the day of my stream where we were playing basically our killer. And there was not a lot of people that killed me on stream, but we did face off against a Vanguard that did end up doing the most damage to my ship. So I figured, you know, what the heck, let's play it. My build is on the screen. I do use my Conqueror Commander, which I also use in my Thunderer, which I use in my Vanguard, my Hood, my Nelson. It's an awesome commander. It has improved Jack of all trades, so it has the equivalent benefit to damage control as the other skill. I don't remember, what is it? High Alert, High Repair, something like that. It's a Tier 2 skill. And because Jack of all trades is 10% across the board, I get it on not only the heal, but also on damage control. So that's why I like using it in my premiums and in my battleships in general. I just really appreciate the enhanced version of Jack of all trades. It's just a nice feature. But the Vanguard, it's not played very frequently on the PC version of the game. It is the last high tier battleship in the Legends version of the game. That's the console. So you see it a lot more frequently in the console version of the game than you actually do in the PC. But you know what? I really enjoy the Vanguard. But what the heck is going on? This Lightning and this Luoyang are jousting with Torps. Oh, I hope the Luoyang is Hydro, and I hope he's dodging. Oh, thank God. The Luoyang, this guy has a huge set of balls. I have no idea why he chose to do that play. But hey, it worked out. He knocked out the Lightning, and he should be able to capture C point. And, oh, by the way, on the other side of the map, the exact same thing has just happened. The enemy has just lost 2 of their 3 DDs in the span of 4 minutes. You know, sometimes it's just better to just not even play the game and, you know, oh, it's a big play. But what if it didn't work out? That was a 50-50. What if the Luoyang died and the Lightning survived, right? Oh, well, then it worked out beautifully. It's an incredibly dangerous play, and it's completely unnecessary when nothing has happened in the game, in my opinion. So, you know, we ended up working out, but of course, very dangerous. Couple battleships on the east side of the map. I can easily engage them over the island. Hopefully, I don't need to be spotted. And, you know, we have 3 bases to the enemy 1. So, you know, so far, it's going pretty good. And I choose to continue firing on the North Carolina. And you'll notice my lead position, I'm using a combination. Oh, and look at this HE salvo, by the way. Oh, we'll load HE. We'll do a ton of damage. Oh, wait, no, we won't. We'll only have 1 pin. 5 shatter on the guns, because that's exactly where I hit. And we get 1 fire, we do 1,000 damage. I was like, well, I can see that HE is bad. Very bad. Now, in contrast, the North Carolina returns fire with AP, and we're able to angle just right to dodge it. And, of course, we get only 1 shell, but it does more damage than the previous first salvo against a target that was undamaged. So, yeah, it would have been great to get all that superstructure HE benefit damage. It's not like it's anything. And this Luoyang, what is he doing? He's in point-blank torpedo range. Why is he doing this? He doesn't need to do this. North Carolina's still alive. He puts out the flood and the fire that I just set. And this Luoyang, he can't hide. I can't explain it. I don't know why. DDs want and willfully try and kill themselves each and every game, but they do, and they do a damn good job killing themselves. Why was he there? What was the point of that play? What did it gain? You didn't kill the target, and you're dead. And you didn't need to do that. It wasn't the end of the game. It's the beginning of the game. That's a play you make in the last 5 minutes, not the first 5 minutes. So I'm just really confused by the decision making so far. And you know what? It's just going to continue forward because it is a random battle, my friends. Random battle. But we're doing pretty good damage against the targets. We're not taking much. There is a threat from across the map, and I am considering that, of course. But I'm just trying to be a solid battleship, and I want to stay relatively close to a base capture and force the enemy to have to work down my health, I feel pretty confident that my gun accuracy will keep me alive longer and we should be able to take the targets out. And we just barely missed out on that kill. A couple ricochets could have been the difference between us getting the kill and the Massachusetts burning them down. But the target's dead, and we have so far equalized the enemy's kill. We do have a second base for, man, what was it? It was probably for like 3 minutes. We benefited from that third base versus their two base situation now. And, you know, that's okay. Enemy Alaska over there looking. Oh, actually, it's Algerie. It's the Frenchie. We engage the Frenchie, and it's a great range, so the shell arc is perfect to get it to stick in the citadel. And we do nearly his full life. Is anyone going to return fire? Okay, that's a little bit. And it looks like our reload will be up just in time, so we can fire through this gap. I'm hoping that we can get a shell on him. I am worried that maybe I didn't lead him enough, and we actually overpin him for pretty much the remainder of his life. Just enough to stay alive, of course. And, you know, we're just here wanting more. I want more damage, more kills, more opportunities of success. I just try and take a whack at it. You know, maybe we could get a weird shell to dip down. We do get one to drop, but nowhere near actually hitting the target. And he's probably going to die to someone else, and we missed out on that. Yep, there we go. Massachusetts takes out the Algerie. That American shell arc, man. It works out sometimes. Worked out there. But it's 2 bases to 2 bases. There's an enemy pressuring this base, A base. And I'm going to go over there. I'm headed to this area. So one thing that I wanted to talk about, I see a lot of people do this, is they get into a position where they have an advantage and they don't really know what to do with that advantage. Just go kill all the ships. Actually, no. The best thing that you can do when you have an advantage is extend that advantage. And it is not always killing a ship. Now, it could be killing a ship, but there's other things to extend the lead. You could maintain 3 base capture for a longer period of time. You could keep a friendly target alive by focusing on a target that is threatening them, aka this DD is being threatened by this enemy. No longer we take out that Mogami, 1 shot, 4 citadels. I'm sure he was like, well, there goes literally all my health. Exactly. Next up, we've got the Roma and an enemy DD who is staying in the base capture and also in smoke. So he's really hard to deal with. Now, in this position, I could just rush in, contest A, and eventually get torpedoed by the enemy DD. I mean, it's inevitable if you're sailing towards danger, that danger will find you. So what I like to do is, instead of just going into an obvious area where I'm at a disadvantage, and I'm looking for the torpedoes like, what? We do get a double fire on the flood. That was nice. Double fire on the flood. Double fire on the Roma. Double fire on the flood. But yeah, if I go towards the DD, all of a sudden his torpedoes influence my play. And it could be negatively. It just offers something else that I have to dodge. So what I like to do instead is to stay close, work on obvious targets that are vulnerable, and of course I get a terrible... I try to locate it on his bow so that I could pin it very easily, and it misses completely. 3 of them hit the guns, I believe, or torpedo protection. It wasn't good. But yeah, if I give ground, and I'm not moving towards a DD, and I'm honestly working on a target, and still staying in an area, I'm more helpful than if I were to rush in and die. And I feel like the Zeppelin is rushing in to die. He doesn't need to do that, and of course he's dead, but he does get torpedoes out, so I was like, okay, he's going to get these torpedoes, he's going to be able to do that, and then I can deal with the Bismarck, right? Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? We're going to be sly here. We're going to take one turret after another, and of course, straddle the target. And of course, North Carolina takes the kill. I'm so happy for you right now. Why would I feel the urge to be as frugal and like I didn't need to? Why did I hold my fire? Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to get 1 turret over here, 2 turrets over there, and a 3rd turret there. It's like, what? Or I guess a 4th turret. If I would have just fired all my guns, I probably would have killed him before that. And I was just being greedy. That's just plain and simple greed. But it's okay. We're not near the DD. It's not a threat. We don't have to get anything killed. All we have to do is assist our teammates, sail in a way that is unpredictable, which can very easily be done. The Vanguard's rudder shift is literally 8 seconds with my build. So even if he sends torpedoes, I could just juke left or right and it's still, and I'm just, oh, Bismarck, Iowa, of course. Actually, it's a Roma. What is with me hating on the Roma? The Roma and the Bismarck ram each other. We were very close to killing the Bismarck before he gets the ram. The Bismarck played that masterfully. He definitely traded up, and it was the fault of the friendly Roma to feel like he needed to ram at that point. There was no need. We had the advantage. So I'm over here, moving towards the capture. We did just see the torps. So I do know that I can at least contest this and deny them points for now. Now, as a battleship, this is absolutely what you can do. Every battleship can do this under the right circumstances. AKA, there's only very few targets that could actually shoot me, one of them being in Arizona. I'm not really too worried that the Arizona is going to take me out, and maybe I should be worried because it's not as easy as I was expecting it to be. But thankfully that island's there to absorb most of that shot, and the way that I'm moving away from the last known position of the enemy DD. This North Carolina is moving directly towards him. So he's giving him a chance to influence his life directly. Because obviously the Arizona sees him. We get a high caliber and Confederate. We're doing pretty good. The Vanguard is not known for a damage per minute ship. But of course, friendly battleship goes right into death. Once again, the enemy DD actually sent a torpedo set to attempt to disrupt us, but we were outside of his range. But as long as I'm considering the last known position and moving away, the enemy DD is going to have a really tough time, and we got a good salvo on that shot. Really good. And that is a consistent trend across all ship types, every single situation. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. You want to try and move away from most of the enemy threats while still having range. And man, that was a good shot there. While still having range on an enemy and influencing his health. By me moving away, the DD's only option is to fire his gun, revealing himself, and then I'll return fire. His torpedoes are useless if I don't allow him to influence it. And we are not allowing him to influence it. We're doing a good job. Probably have taken a little bit too much damage, if I'm honest. But, we're still alive safely. And this DD, he's annoyed. He's clearly annoyed because I'm not, and then he gets a nice broadside. I think he got it still there. Because I'm not giving him free torpedo damage and even a kill by sailing into his area as if nobody knows he's there. I mean, everyone has access to last known position. Everyone should be using the last known position. And if you do that simple thing, I mean, you're going to be shocked at how much better you end up playing. Now, I tried to fire on the DD because I felt like I had a little bit of a dead zone. I'm trying to stall out the Arizona. I felt like he did a good job of trading really well. So I'm trying to stall out so I can benefit from that heal. And because, again, since I'm further away from the DD, he can't influence my positioning. It's going to take more effort for him to do that. And as long as I'm just playing this out correctly, I should be able to have good influence. And oh man, I wish I got that back. Half of that salvo was absorbed by the island, and he traded really well. He got a 6,700 or 6,800 damage. I'm just a little too brazen with my health. I overestimated the Vanguard to the Arizona ratio. I should just play the right way, and we would easily kill this guy. Of course. Of course he's still alive. Of course we miss out on a kill. But, I mean, the game went great. And, again, the DD, he's still not having the influence he wants. My team has done a great job. I didn't make it harder than it needed to be. I focused my target. I ran away from an unforeseen threat. We get nice range damage on this target. But we're going to win this game. There's no if, and, or buts about it. There is no way that this enemy DD can come back. And It sure looked like he was for a few there, right? Just too many ships willfully sailing directly towards the enemy as if there's no imminent threat whatsoever in the water. I can't understand that. It doesn't make any sense. There's no logic. There's no reason. All I can guess is they're used to doing that because they need to close in to improve their gun accuracy. But that works against you, obviously, in situations like this. So don't do it. It's better if you are less accurate and safe than that 1 or 2%, or even it's higher than that. Every kilometer that you get closer to an enemy DD like this, you're pretty much risking a significant portion of your ship. But just play it out. Watch that your team has a clear advantage on the rest of the map, stall out your side, and disengage. Make it difficult for them. Have you guys tried and seen players chase ships on different sides of the map? And the chasing ships are at a huge disadvantage compared to the ships that are disengaging. Same principle here. So we did a great job on the Thunderer. I really enjoyed this game. I like the Thunderer, and I think it has really great attributes. Obviously the most important for most players. Damage per minute, not the best, but I mean, we earned a lot of achievements. 2,304 base XP. We defended bases. Confederate, high caliber. Very happy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing the Thunderer. It's a rare ship. And yeah, we were checking out which ship did the most damage to us, which clearly the Arizona. We just needed to wiggle a little bit more there. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to check out more of my content, you can click the most recent or the most relevant uploads. You could also choose to subscribe to my channel. We do daily World of Warship videos. First impression, how-to, news, and review related. My North American recruit invite is on the screen. You can take advantage of that. I stream at twitch.tv/Notser. Thank you, have a wonderful day, and take care.